Hello, everyone. We are live right here. Can I hear myself? Are live right here. I can hear myself. How about that? Ooh, Peppy noticed. Peppy noticed. Peppy noticed. Hey, we got AJ modding and Sarah and Melissa McQueen. Madison noticed too. Sarah noticed. Everybody's noticing. It was time. I told you last night. It was time for a haircut. So I cut it. It was definitely time. It was such a mess. Whenever I cut it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was such a mess before. Steve says 30 inches of snow. Where are you talking about, Steve? We're going to talk about the weather forecast shortly. I haven't heard of 30 inches anywhere. Thank you, Lizzie. Hey, we got Lizzie modding too. Lizzie and AJ and Sarah all modding. We have Tammy Lance here, Peppy the Frog, Darth Tater, Tony Del Monte, Ben Huffstetler, Nan B, Sammy Boy, Alana Moon. Old Farm Show is here. Darth Tater. Did I say Darth Tater? Sierra Chris. Peppa Chicken. Katie 616. Roxanne Becky. Hello, Roxanne. Sonic. Cool Cookie, Blue Bayou, Wendy Knutson, Kimberly Barr, Namowatsi, Minako, Torres, Texas Tornado, Lynn Downey from Iowa, Bryce Saug, John A. and PD, Planet Awkward, Dania Henry, Steve Hook, Lacey Blanc, Jody Ross, Carlos Rosa, Jenny, Hedge Enemy, Breaker Gigi, Munica. Oh, Haniel, so nice of you, Haniel. Thanks for your support, Haniel Vargas, before I even done anything. Very kind of you, Haniel. Thanks for the sticker. I appreciate it, Haniel. Kangaroo Island TV is working on the last 2 pages of this week's print edition of the Islander newspaper. Very nice. Steve says 30. I haven't heard 30 inches in Brockton, Steve Hook. I haven't heard that. We'll look at the weather forecast, though. Blue Bayou, one video game boss. Says it's supposed to get 2 inches of snow in Dallas. Kenro, AM Coffee, new in town. John Gidry, John Trimpey. Darren Markley, Jennifer Tower. Planet Awkward. Thank you, Cindy Jones. Thank you. It just feels better not to have such a mess on my head. My head was such a mess. Lord Steppergrad is here. Art Norman Jr. Who likes the Holly Weird ebooks. Sid Vicious. I never say hi, huh? Wild Bill from Tampa. Tony's going to record some new originals soon. Sounds good, Tony. Tony, are you excited for Jim Harbaugh to interview with the Vikings? Connie V is here. Marzell is here. Minyard Reddix is here. Deborah Winter is here. Sierra Chris, I'm basically doing the same thing I was doing before, so it really wasn't a big transition because I'm still covering news in an agenda-free way. So it really wasn't a big transition. But now it's like completely, of course it's completely my thing. Ziggy is here. Glad you enjoy the coverage, Sierra Chris. Carbon Forms is here. Nanby is here. Sharon Williams. Parm, we'll talk about Wordle a little later. I'm going to get into it. It's on my list of things to talk about. Kavit is here. Marcia is here. I look more youthful after the haircut? Huh. I just think I look less unkempt after the haircut. That's what I think I look like. Less unkempt. Javier is watching from Ecuador. How cool is that Javier is watching from Ecuador? Tiffany Rosado is here. John A. and Pete is reading an astrophysics book by Neil deGrasse Tyson, if I'm pronouncing that right. Very nice. Sounds interesting. Connor Backus is here. Cali Exotics is here. I am aware of that, Cali Exotics. Jimmy ZNJ. This was a self haircut. I cut my own hair. I did this myself. Last night after the stream, I did it myself. Used the clippers and the scissors. It was really such a mess. Thank you. Sid Vicious says, how? Well, I did a video like 2 years ago where I cut my own hair. I think it's called I Cut My Own Hair Live on this channel. So you can go watch it if you want. That was like a couple years ago. No, Cali Exotics. I'm not going to do a TikTok channel just because I'm not really interested in doing 1-minute news videos. I think the benefit isn't worth it's not worth the effort to me. It's kind of a different thing. I've never done a TikTok. The thing is, though, I've never done any TikToks, even personal ones. I follow along on TikTok. You know, I check out different people on TikTok. I think I'd have to feel like it was something kind of, I'd have to feel compelled to do it. And I'd have to feel like it's got to be something that's kind of different. Jake says, please don't ever do TikTok. There's a lot of serious stuff on TikTok. I think people have like a false impression of what TikTok is. There's all kinds of content on TikTok. There's how-to stuff. There's travel stuff. There's news stuff. There's all kinds of stuff there. There's animal stuff. All kinds of stuff. Jake says also hello. Yeah, I love you. If you start getting to where you're like editing stuff and all that, it does take a bunch of time. But you can also literally just record yourself saying something and put it up there. Some people just do that. Oddly specific. Please be respectful. Oddly specific. Come on. Now, Javier, we've been over the music thing a number of times. There's actually been. I last tried using some background music couple months ago. It's just it's hard to find the right music and also the right mix. The mix is very difficult to get the levels right. And then a bunch of people don't like it. Every time I've tried it, it's been problematic and a lot of people didn't like it. And I wasn't really happy with it. So that's the thing with background music. But I just had a big problem with it. I can't. It's very hard to figure out what level the music at compared to what level I'm at, because I'm not listening to the music. I can't have the music blasting in here. And if it's playing through a computer, I can't have it coming out the speakers, because then you'll be hearing like a feedback loop. No, you'd have to use copyright-free music. It just hasn't, maybe one day, but it just didn't really work out right. We've tried it several times. I also don't wear headphones. See, some streamers wear headphones, so you can like hear you in the music and hear the levels and stuff, or at least but although I don't know if you can hear you and the music. You'll hear yourself talking if you have headphones on. I don't know if the headphones will make a difference. Well, the headphones will let you hear the music. That's what it would let you hear. Cogito is here. Polly is here. Hello, Polly. Hey, do you guys notice that we came on earlier tonight? We came on at 9:30. How about that? I told you I'm trying to get my schedule back to more normal. So it's slowly getting back. After about 3 weeks of crazy schedule, I'm finally getting my schedule back. It's still not as early as I want it to be, but hang on a second here. Jody says, love the earlier streams. Yeah, I mean, this isn't even that early. It's just, we haven't done a stream this early in a while. Now, I had a couple of news streams that were really late, and it messed up my schedule. Linda says any earlier and people will still be at work. Well, it's 9:30 on the East Coast. Jock is here. But it's good to do a stream not starting at 11:30. Oddly Specific is here. Al says he's on a very late schedule now. Lizzie says she doesn't normally get home till 8 or 9 p.m. Oh, but she's on the West Coast. Thank you, Denise Horton. Yeah, I cut my hair. So anyway, welcome to the stream. We're going to talk about some different things. I spent a bunch of time this afternoon researching more Ukraine stuff. If anything big develops with Ukraine, we'll cover it, and I'll be well prepared because I've been reading a ton about it. Kevin Fry is here. Josie is here. Feel better, Kevin Fry. Kevin had some food poisoning, he says. All for Jules is here. But I am certainly keeping an eye on the Ukraine stuff. But I've been reading a lot about it. Bucci says landing at home in 20 minutes. How are you listening to this on a plane? The plane Wi-Fi can get a live stream? Cali Exotics is here. Schaff is here. Kristen says on our cruise last week, we met a bartender from Ukraine. It was interesting to get her perspective. Lizzie, I don't feel like anything huge has changed since the last stream. If it did, we probably would have done another stream. Hey, thanks, Dizzy Dale. That's so kind of you. Thanks for the Mr. Perfect sticker. Dizzy Dale, thanks, Dizzy Dale, for your support. I appreciate that. Now, Planet Awkward, I only do the Ukraine streams when there's some significant developments. I don't really have an interest in going on every day and saying the same thing over and over again. I just don't like doing it. I mean, some people would do it. I'm sure if I did it, people would watch. It's just I'm not interested in it. I really don't like doing that. So I like waiting until there's some big new developments and going on talking about that. And then when I do that, I can talk about some of the other stuff I've been reading about. Al said stream worked great on the plane. I didn't think the plane could get YouTube stuff. Plane Wi-Fi. Bucci says Southwest Wi-Fi is getting it. Huh. Terry is here. No, Flatfoot, I'm timing you out. Or I'm removing it. Flatfoot, it's been addressed. No. Do I tweet all the decent articles I read? No. My Twitter feed is more of a breaking news feed. Once in a while, I'll mention an article. Old Silver is here. Katie Rains is here. Neeby is here. Oh, Sammy boy, we've had some times where I'm on a Lookner stream and some breaking news comes up and I have to go cover the news. We've had that happen a few times. Carly Joe. I'm glad you like the news coverage, Carly Joe. All for Jules. I'm timing you out, all for Jules. You can go to the penalty box until you learn the rules. Because apparently you don't know the rules. Gone with the Gale is here. What surgery do you have Gone with the Gale tomorrow? I hope it goes okay. Linda says, Edward, is that you all for Jules? We'll have to see. Cindy Lou is here. Sebi is here. Oddly Specific is here. The rules are not hard, oddly specific. They don't need to be posted. Andrew Broadwater is here. Rosemary Randolph is here. Satori Mystic is here. Nosy Rosie is here. Thank you, Nosy Rosie. No, Edward's gone for good. Edward's done. Erica the pharmacist is here. See, I think there's probably some people here who haven't been able to join us the last week or so because we've been on so late. And apparently it's some knee issue with Gone with the Gale. Mix-a-Lot is here. Satori Mystics says, any new creative ideas for this channel? I'm probably moving in a couple months. So I think, we'll see. Maybe my new place will allow me to have a little more leeway in terms of the setup here. I'm so cramped in here, in my living space here, that if I had a little more space, it's possible that I'll be, if I have enough space, I could set up a little place to stream or kind of decorate it a little more. I just can't do that right now. I'm so limited. Yeah, Javier, probably going to the Boston area. So we'll see when once that's done. I wouldn't expect a big studio. I'm just saying I'll have a little more leeway. Shaft says more plants. Al says, send you large and consumable, non-consumable? No, I'll probably keep it to small and consumable. $77 Pool Bob is here. Wild Bill is here. Am I going to be able to move all at once? Yeah, no, when I move, I'm moving. I'll leave and I'll go to the next place. No, I don't anticipate getting a pet at this point. It's really too difficult to have a pet with the news stuff. Linda, it's possible. It's possible, Linda. We'll see. I don't know, Sammy boy, if I'm going to make it to Disney World. I was there when I was a kid. I've been to Disneyland as an adult. I probably won't go over to Disney World. I don't really have a big compulsion to do so. Yeah, the weather I'll miss. I mean, the one thing I'll miss is the weather. Although the summer here I did not like. The summer was very cloudy all the time. Oh, by the way, Crypto King sent some pictures of that house, his back house. Crypto King had very nicely said, "Do you want to live in my back house, in our house in the rear of our house, in in California, in LA?" I think it's going to be too small though. It's like a studio house. It's very nice of him to ask. I'll have to write him back. He said, "You're more than welcome to stay in it when you come to town." It's a very nice offer. Maybe if it's unoccupied, I'll stay there when I visit. Yeah, he said it's like 400 square feet. So that won't be enough space. I mean, my studio itself probably takes up more than 400 square feet. So yeah, I wouldn't. It's very nice of him to offer, but there's no way I could live there and have the studio there. Would never happen. I'll write him back later. Oh, he said, "I have a very large home in Nebraska." It's a very nice offer. He said he might have a home in Nebraska, which is a very, very nice offer. The problem is, I think with the reason a big reason I'm moving to Boston is that my family is there, right? So I said for my next location, I just want to be somewhere where I'm close to family and friends. So there's really only a couple places like that. So I think Boston's going to be the best choice. But very nice of Crypto King to offer. Maybe if I visit LA, if I visit LA, I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay on the back house. Banu is here. No, I think it's that. That was the most important consideration. Darren, when I moved my treadmill from Atlanta to here, you just basically get somebody to wrap up the fragile parts, and then they just move it. They take the arms off. They take the arms off and the computer part off, and they just wrap them up in like plastic or whatever, and then you put it on the moving truck. James Purdy is here. One video game boss is here. Anyways, I'll write back to Crypto King after the broadcast. But very nice of Crypto King to offer. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the situation is going to be. John says maybe see more of the magnets when you move. I'll have to see what the situation is. The setup I have now is not really conducive to like sitting in the kitchen area, just because I have this island, but there's really nowhere to sit. The previous place in Atlanta, it was more of a sitting area near the in the kitchen area. But who knows? Maybe the next place will have more of a sitting area near the kitchen. I don't know. I'll have to just see. I'll probably hire movers. I mean, the thing is, I don't even have that much stuff. It's just if you don't hire movers, I'm not going to do the thing where I like move myself. I've never done it. I'm not going to start driving a U-Haul, and I have my own car anyway, so I'm not doing that. And then also if you got rid of all your stuff and then tried to replace your stuff. Like, I have a bed and a treadmill. Like, it would cost me more to get rid of the stuff and replace it than just to... Like, it turns out for me, basically, hiring movers is like probably it's probably the least expensive thing to do. Because if you don't bring your stuff, you got to get stuff there. You do one or the other. You can't have no stuff. So, I don't know what it'll cost, oddly specific, these days to move. I mean, I moved from Atlanta for like, I don't know, I want to say it was like 2,500 or something. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's like whatever. So, but again, it's just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I gotta have stuff. I mean, honestly, the last time I moved, I don't think I could have done it cheaper. The only way I could have done it cheaper is if like literally I rented a truck and then I found a friend to like help me move for free. And who's going to drive the truck? I'm not going to drive the truck, and I have a car anyway. If you pay to move your car, it's a lot of money. So, that's the problem. Little bird, I'm glad you like the haircut. Especially like if you have like a treadmill. Treadmill is heavy. Oh, by the way, I owe a thank you to Steve Hook. Hey, thank you, Steve. Steve is in Brockton. We're going to check the weather, Steve. You mentioned the weather. Steve, that's very nice of you. Thank you for the lemon sticker. The lemon sticker from Steve Hook. Thank you. Also, thank you to Kenneth Colton. Kenneth says, after COVID, I got better, then sick again with a nasty cold. Today I woke up and he feels great except for a little cough. Hey, Kenneth's starting to feel better. Kenneth's been sick for like a month. Thank you, Kenneth. It's great to hear you're starting to feel better. Tony, I mentioned Jim Harbaugh early in the stream. Tony, I said like 20 minutes ago, are you excited for Jim Harbaugh? JA and PD, you gotta look around for moving because the different moving companies have very different quotes. The company I used was a lot cheaper than some other companies. See, the thing is, if I think a bunch of companies like might serve people who have like really expensive furniture and stuff. And so they'll be really good at like your antique table. They'll wrap it up all nice and it won't get scratched. I don't need that. I don't have like fancy furniture. I just need somebody who's going to get my stuff somewhere and not break it. But it just, I remember when last time I moved, I got estimates and the estimates were very different from each other. They were very different. The company I used, I really like. They're like a new company that does moving stuff. They're like it's almost like they're like the online disruptor version. Bellhop. It's like a sort of the new tech. It's like it's one of these like new companies that's trying to disrupt the moving industry. Bellhop Movers. They were great. No. Went great. No complaints. Bellhop Moving. It's okay, Tony. Moving made modern. And it was very, very pleasant to deal with them. It's like a national company. They just hire local people and you do it all online. And it was very easy. Oh, J&P said there was also packing costs. Yeah, I mean, if you have them pack, it's going to cost more. Yeah, so they what would happen is I think what they do is They have a crew of people to load the truck, and then they have a driver who drives the truck, and then they have a crew to unload. Thanks, Tony. I'll be checking my messages shortly. So glad Kenneth is feeling better. All right, hang on one moment. Gotta check the news real quick. Make sure nothing crazy is happening. Mason Clark, I unfortunately can't have chowder anymore. It doesn't really work with my diet. Oh, Jay and PD says, I was packing? I thought you were saying they were packing. Todd Panning is here. Al says he and his dad drove their car out from California to Maryland. It took 5 days. One time when work paid for it, one time in my life when work paid for it, I had a car moved by a truck. They put it on like a car truck and they drove it. Probably a couple thousand miles. No, Mason, I just have to cut down like calories kind of thing because my metabolism slowed down. So I chowder can be kind of rich. Hey, let's talk about, I want to look up what's going on with this storm. Let's look at what's going on with this storm. Brendan Bruman is here. See what the Weather Channel has to say about it. Wind. It's so funny. Weather Channel insists on giving the winter storms names. Nobody uses them. Nobody was calling that last storm whatever name it was that Weather Channel was calling it. No one. No one's calling this winter storm Landon. So annoying. And then in the article they keep saying winter storm Landon. No. Just annoying. Wednesday's forecast. Look at this. Linda, you might get a little rain out of this, it looks like. I don't know if you'll get snow. Oh, and then Thursday, more snow? All right, here's snow. This is what I want to see. Snowfall forecast. There's some areas at from 18 inches to 2 feet. Look at that. The bright red is 18 inches to 2 feet. That's not the same area. The area that got the most snow last time was eastern Massachusetts and like Long Island. They're not supposed to get as much this time. And they might get looks like they're supposed to get maybe 6 to 8 inches or something like that over here. But Western New York and Vermont, some of the Midwest too. The dark purple is all over a foot. Sarah says, looks like this means early spring. That I do not know. Oh, hold on. My niece just texted me. Okay. Then look, probability of ice. A lot of ice. Nan B says it's going to be 56 in Cincinnati area tomorrow, then ice on Thursday. Linda said we haven't had any rain for months. So we'll have to see. So this is going to be starting on Wednesday, it looks like. Actually, Tuesday night, snow and sleet and freezing rain are expected to become widespread from the Rockies and the plains, blah, 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 blah. On Wednesday, Groundhog Day, this wintry mess will persist in many of these areas. Blah, blah, blah. The snow and sleet will spread to northeast later Wednesday. So Tuesday night into Thursday, it looks like. Bonu says Boston was nasty today. April Coco is here. April says, I hope the groundhog does not see its shadow. Oh, maybe that's what Sarah was referring to. I never remember what Groundhog Day rules are. Earth Sky says, if Groundhog sees his shadow, it means 6 more weeks of winter in folklore. If it's cloudy, it means an early spring. That's what Sarah was talking about. Sorry. I wasn't on top of it, Sarah. I don't think we'll be doing a special Groundhog Day stream. I'm sorry. Oh, thanks. Sick of the BS says, haven't been here in a while. Your haircut is great. I couldn't cut my own. I think you could cut your own, Sick of BS. It's easier than you think. Well, it depends on how you keep your hair. My hair is very simple. So thank you, Sick of the BS. I really appreciate that. My hair is very simple. If you go to the channel, if you put in... See, I cut my own hair. This is a stream I did... it says a year ago. It's got to be more than a year ago. What's the date on this? The date on this was April 2020. April 2020. So almost 2 years ago. Anyways, you can watch that stream if you want. But yeah, mine is really simple. I mean, I basically shave the sides and the back, and then I use the scissors on the top. That's really what I do. It's not that bad. It's pretty simple. You just gotta, you do it and you see what works and what doesn't, and then you can make adjustments and that kind of thing. At this point, I've probably cut my own hair 20 times. Connor says, I've been cutting my own hair for 2 years now. I wonder how much that hurt hair cutters, that some people during the pandemic figured out how to cut their own hair. I like it that way. I don't have to leave. I cut my hair like I can cut it in the middle of the night. More convenient. Then if I mess up, I can just fix it the next day. Can always make adjustments. I still have my Supercuts cards with like 4 or 5 free haircuts on them. There's no Supercuts right near me though, so I never use them. Thank you, MC Cars. Mick Cars. Yeah, it's a very simple cut. It's very simple. It's like just shaving and then snipping. Right, it grows back. When it's this short. I mean, with my hair, it's so simple. If I mess up, I can always just shave it off. Hey, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm lucky to still have hair. At my age, I'm grateful to still have hair. No, I'm not doing it. No more haircut live streams. I've done it once. We did it once. That's it. Go Blue in Ohio says, I've cut my own hair since high school. 25 years. I have 3 boys and cut theirs too. Saves lots of money. Salon girl probably doesn't like that I'm talking about cutting my own hair. But I don't do anything. You know, if I really did a bunch with it, I would need to go somewhere. Probably. So I did this. Hey, thanks to our moderators, Melissa McQueen, Sarah, Linda Belk, AJ. I think, when I was mentioning this last night, but when I move is going to depend on all the Ukraine stuff. Like if the Ukraine stuff wasn't going on, I'd be like planning my move right now. I'd probably be like hiring movers, and I'd be telling my building like what day I'm going to leave. I can't do that right now. I don't know what's going on with the Ukraine stuff. And like stuff could happen with it really anytime in February. So I don't want to start. I don't want to plan a move, and then have this huge thing going on there, and like say, and then not be able to cover it. So I'm just waiting to see what happens there. That's the one thing keeping me from starting to plan moving stuff. I can't. How am I going to do my streams from the road? Doesn't even make sense. Can't use any graphics. So it's a big enough potential story that I need to just kind of stick around and see what happens. What's happening here? Yeah, Oryx says Putin stopped you. Exactly. Paula Faust is here. Terrence Bunce is here. It'll be weird though if we get to like the end of February and like everything's like the same in Ukraine, like all the forces are there but there's no invasion yet. Like, I'll have to kind of figure out at a certain point, like, how long do I want to wait this out? Linda Gordon is here. See, Michelle Sparks says you'll just have to stay. Well, I'll stay a little bit. It's not going to be indefinite. John, it's really not clear, John Colombo, what's going to happen there. So we'll have to see. I can't really do anything until I know more about that. It's fine though. See, Michelle Sparks said she had better stream quality when I was in Atlanta. The stream coming out is the same. Actually, the picture should look better because in Atlanta I never had a camera. I'm shooting on a camera right now, so it should be better. I was thinking at some point we should do we could do one. I don't know if I can stream in 4K actually. I don't know if it's possible on YouTube. It might be. I was thinking just for the fun of it. There's some reason, there's a practical reason I can't do it. We've discussed this before, but oh, there's a camera thing. There's a thing with the camera about streaming in 4K too. That's another issue. That's a different issue. What I could do though, aside from, so I can't really stream in 4K, but I could like make a video in 4K. Like I could record myself in a 4K video and then post it so people could watch it if they want. I don't know how it would look. I don't have a 4K monitor. Should I get? By the way, I don't have a 4K TV. My brother has a 4K TV. He says it's really good. Do any of you have a 4K TV that you used to watch 4K TV? Because I don't have 4K TV. Team of one. I'm timing you out, team of one. Why am I timing out team of one? Because team of one is not obeying the rules. So you can learn the rules, and then you can come back in a few minutes. No one has a 4K TV. James Purdy says not many 4K channels yet and expensive. Is a 4K TV these days really that much more expensive? David says, I have 2 4K TVs. They're great. Tony has a 4K TV. Some people do, some people don't. David says they are cheap now. Mick Carr says you need to buy them during Black Friday. My brother is not like a super tech person, and he has one. He says like it's good. I think he watches sports on it. James says, oh, the channels are 4K channels are usually an add-on and expensive, and there are not many of them. 4K is better. It's better resolution. Like the same way 1080 is better resolution than 720. I know YouTube TV. Some of their channels are in 4K. I don't do it because I don't have a 4K. You can pay to have like some of your channels in some programming in 4K on YouTube TV. Anyways, it's something to look into. Hedge Enemy says, I know a tech person. They said you got to be careful about those Black Friday deals. They aren't always what they seem. 8K? I think, is there really an 8K? It feels like if there was an 8K thing, it would be much more expensive for not much benefit. Oh, David DP says if you have a 4K TV, you can watch Netflix and YouTube videos in 4K, the ones that are made in 4K. Tony says he follows a channel that does 8K. We either have trolls or people who don't know the rules tonight. It's one of the two. Trolls or people who don't know the rules. What do you think it is, mods? JANP says, I have a 4K TV. I use it. I stream everything in 4K, and the resolution is clearer, crisper, and smoother. How about that? And Mick Carr says there's 8K, but thousands of dollars right now at Best Buy. David says 8K is expensive and not worth getting yet. Stewie says these TVs are getting so much definition you can see facial pores is too much. It's interesting, like if you watch like a newscaster and you're not used to seeing them on high definition, and then like you see them in high definition and they'll look like they have all this makeup on because you don't normally notice the makeup. But when the resolution gets good enough, you do notice the makeup. Gossamer is here. Jake says Black Friday TVs are specially made for big box stores around the holidays that use lesser quality parts and remove a feature or two. Is this true? Is this true? I'm trying to find a recent article that discusses this supposed phenomenon. I don't know. It's a couple older articles, but I don't see much new. I don't want to give you bad information. I don't find anything reliable talking about not getting a TV on Black Friday because it's lesser quality. Tony says YouTube channel 8K video Ultra HD. Is that an actual channel name, Tony? Thank you, Tony, by the way, for the donation. I appreciate that. Tony Del Monte, thank you. Oh. Yeah, this is the channel. So what Tony says is there is a YouTube channel in 8K. 8K Ultra HD. The problem is you have to have an 8K device to watch it. See, the quality actually goes up to 8K. It is, but you got to have the device to watch it, or else it's not going to look any different to you. 8K videos Ultra HD. I wonder. I don't even know what 8K would look like. What does 8K look like? Caracas says people's eyes aren't that good. April Coco says I need to upgrade my eyes to tell the difference. Tony says it's amazing. Yeah, Crypto King, I discussed it earlier in the stream. I said I'm going to write you back after the stream. I appreciate the photos. I mentioned that the place is going to be too small, unfortunately. But I really appreciate your offer. It was very nice of you. So I said I'd write Crypto King back. I thought you might be watching. But we discussed it earlier in the stream. But I really appreciate it. Oops. $8K. Think about it, if you're watching something in 8K, you got to have a really good connection because that's a lot of data that's got to come through. I've never seen it in person. Yeah, Crypto King, I got the note about Nebraska too. But I'm pretty set on moving somewhere where I know people already. But I do very much appreciate it. Guys, it's ridiculous. People don't respect the rules in this channel. You've got a friend in me. No, it's like the third time somebody's posted a news story. Shakhtar is here. David says, try watching a 4K video, or taking a 4K video on your phone takes up so much memory. Jake says, my eyes don't work at 8K anymore. I'd like to see what 8K is in person to see how the experience is. Oh, thank you, Crypto King. Crypto King says for the world's best mods. Hey, they are. Thank you, Crypto King. Again, thanks for your very kind offer for a living place, Crypto King. Very nice of you. What can you watch in 8K? Look at this. Oops. See this? What can you watch in 8K? From PC. 8K TVs have 4 times the number of pixels as 4K. Right now, you'll have a hard time finding 8K content. This is from 2020. This is from 2 years ago, this article. 2 years ago. It's 2 years old. I'd just like to see what it looks like in person. Crypto King says 8K TVs are hard to watch. They are too bright. Callie Voltaire is here. Callie Voltaire, where have you been? What's been going on with you, Callie Voltaire? Where have you been? Guys. We have after several days, Callie Voltaire has made an appearance. Crypto King says they have 8K TVs at Best Buy and Van Nuys. I gotta go into a Best Buy at some point and just look at the TVs, like the 8K, see if they have 8K. Fish Sinker is here. Oh, she says work and more work. Sunday, and she was at the game on Sunday. She was at the game on Sunday. I bet she's going to the Super Bowl. Thank you, Callie Voltaire. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you, Callie Voltaire. How was being at the game? Tammy says she bought her 4K TV at Costco, but she doesn't watch anything in 4K. Honey Draskell is here. By the way, I looked up some of the 8K TVs on Amazon. They're thousands of dollars. They're huge, though. This is an 85-inch 8K TV. Now it's 8K, but it's 85 inches. 85 inches? How much what's the biggest 4K TV they have? That's 65. Do they have 85 inches? There's an LG 4K TV, which is 86 inches. 86 inches? Jeez. 86 inches. What does that even look like in person, 86 inches? Not even a price on this one. Anyways, I did not know they made 86-inch TVs. Here's an 86-inch 4K TV. 86 inches. What does that look like? Sabrina says you'd need a big room for that. I don't have a good feeling for how big that would be. Mark Potachik says my TV is 70 inches. Al says I saw a 99-inch being sold for $50,000 last year. Tammy says our biggest TV is a 65-inch Sony. I think my TV is like 55. And when I first got my TV, I was like, this is enormous. And now I'm not like that anymore. Yeah, Rick says it's just over 7 feet diagonal. It's just hard for me to get a good feeling for what that would actually look like in person. Hang on, I'm going to tell you how big mine is. Mine is 55-inch. I have a 55-inch TV. Again, when I bought my 50, I was like, this is huge. what? If you put it on your wall, though, man, I'm just like you have to have a bunch of space for that. You have to have a bunch of space for an 85-inch TV or something. Go Blue says my basement is 75-inch 4K with Dolby Atmos surround. Hey, guess what happened? Low Roller Scratcher broke the rules again, guys. Can you believe it? Low Roller Scratcher broke the rules. It's amazing. Rick says 85 inches fills the wall. I would have thought we would have had lots of strong opinions about TV size in our chat. Jake says you're just making up for size in other areas if you need something that big. I definitely think like where I live now, I can't really have a bigger TV just because I'm all crunched in. When I move, I could see getting a bigger TV though. Christine says we have a 65-inch in our room and it still looks too small. 86 would be okay. Deborah has never had a TV. Oh, isn't there a thing? So with an 85-inch TV though, do you get this? You know, I use like an extra wide monitor. My extra wide monitor is curved. Because if the extra wide monitor was not curved, it would get distorted at the end because it's so wide. So I wonder with an 86-inch TV, does it need to be curved? If it's flat, are you going to will it affect how you view it? Because I know with monitors, if it's wide enough, they make them curved. But maybe with the TV, you're supposed to be far back enough. Because with a monitor, it's right in front of you. Pan says the big TVs are often curved. Jake says you sit farther away. Here's an article from CNET from last month. Your TV screen could be even bigger. No matter what TV size you're thinking of buying, it's likely you can go bigger than you think. Now, I don't think I could have this. This is an LG's wall size direct view TV, LED TV. Okay, well, I can't do that. If you're like most people and you sit 9 feet from your TV, THX recommends a roughly 90 inches diagonal. But with lower quality content, a big TV will expose more flaws. How about that? How about that? That's a good point, too. This article says since 65 and even 75-inch TVs are now much more affordable, they're worth considering if you've got the space. Pan says she has a 43-inch. So much visual input tires her. By the way, I missed Callie Voltaire. If you responded to my questions about how the game was, I think I missed what you said. I apologize. Mark says, my 70-inch TV was $900. It's not bad for 70 inches. Lost Vegan says 32 is enough for me. I'll have to see when I move what kind of, I don't know what kind of space I'm going to have exactly. Rick says the problem with video hasn't been not enough resolution. It's been with lack of detail and too much noise in dark scenes. My TV is good. I've had a TV. I've had this. The TV I have, it's just like a standard Samsung 55-inch TV. And I got it in 2015. So I actually, boy, it's crazy. Crazy how the years fly by. I have had the TV I have now, I have had for 6.5 years. Works fine. I can't complain. And it's been moved. It's been moved like 4 times, and it still works. So I certainly can't complain about that. But it's 1080. I think that I'm going to need when I move, I'm going to get a different TV. But I got to see what kind of place, what kind of space I'm having for it. But it still works. I'm just waiting for the day when it's not like even like thick and heavy at all, where it's like some kind of high-tech thing where you unroll this special kind of screen. It's like really super thin, and then it just projects on the, then it just shows up on the screen or whatever. Jake says, same, my Samsung Plasma lasted almost 20 years. Amazing. Yeah, AJ, my picture's not. It's certainly pretty good. The 1080 is like, I think there's a lot of programming that's only goes up to 1080. So it's a good TV. Anyways, it is a smart TV, but I don't use that aspect of it. I just have like a Chromecast thing plugged into it, and I have the Chromecast thing do everything. I still don't have my TV mounted. I have my TV on a swivel because I sometimes watch it from my desk and I sometimes watch it on the treadmill. So if it was on the wall, I'd be like looking diagonally at it. So I have it on like a swivel stand. I still have a swivel stand. Anyway, something to look into. I'm surprised again. I figured our viewers would have all these very strong recommendations about TV size. If it's not broken, why fix it? Well, I think I'd like something bigger. And I'd like something that can get 4K. That's what I'd say. So in a sense, it is broken in a sense, depending how you define broken. All right, give me one moment here. We're going to have to talk about Wordle next, I think. I think we're going to talk about Wordle next. Shaft says he hung up a 77-inch TV. Oh, thank you, Callie Voltaire. I cut it myself last night, late last night. JA&P says 3 or 4 years ago, LJ showed a TV that unrolls itself from a bench-like setup. It was like $100,000. I know there's like work on like kind of like screens that like can work as monitors or TVs, but you just like roll them up. I don't know where that technology is at these days. Love Doctor TV is here. Amazon has a buyback program. The thing is, I bet it would be better if I wanted to sell my TV to just sell it like on Craigslist or something. I've never heard about Amazon TV buyback though. Amazon trade-in. See, it says Amazon trade-in. Is that it? There's no TVs there. Well, I know. Oops. I don't think. Maybe I have not heard of it. I Googled it. I didn't see anything. I'm sure if I wanted to sell my TV, I bet it would be very easy to sell it on Craigslist. You take a couple pictures of it, people can read about what it is, you show the model number, and they can decide if they want to buy it. Seize the Day says, I have a constant headache and insomnia. I'm sorry to hear about that. She said she has a big TV. Go big. OfferUp? What's that? Oh, that's a site where you can sell things? I mean, people sell stuff on Facebook too. I tried using OfferUp when I was selling some stuff in Atlanta. I didn't love it. But it just depends on what you're selling or where you are. People use Facebook Marketplace too. Anyways. Linda Belk says, seize the day, you need a vacation more than anyone else I know. Yeah, seize the day works hard. She works in healthcare. I've sold a bunch of stuff on Craigslist, see, Michelle Sparks. I've had a good experience. I always sell stuff for cash only, cash or Venmo only. Don't have to deal with checks or anything like that. And it's not like where I live, somebody's like coming to my house. I live in a building where there's other people here. Oh, Shane D says January is almost over. I was thinking of mentioning that. I was thinking of calling the stream end of January stream. Yeah, we're almost into February. We've almost made it through January. Oh, Pan is in the Netherlands. Already February in the Netherlands. Darren says we've come a long way from front projection TVs in the 80s. I had a projection TV with my roommate years and years and years ago. Elizabethan age says January went by fast. Hey, let's I want to talk about what's going on with the Wordle. We got to talk about what's going on with the Wordle. How does that sound? Seize the Day says, I bought big TV at start of pandemic. Kind of thought it would be a good investment, lockdowns and good timing shortages. I was right, but now I want even bigger. You always end up wanting bigger. Seize the Day should call in sometime. A lot of viewers have know her but have never seen her. I think we got to discuss. We need to discuss Wordle. Linda says, Seize the Day would be a fun call-in. Oh, hold on. So, as I tweeted earlier today, and then lots of people wrote to me about it because they don't check my Twitter before writing to me. Oh, yeah, Seize the Day says she'll call in sometime. That would be fun. Her face is messed up from the masks. Yeah, let me know when you want to call in, Seize the Day. Oops, hold on. So, Wordle has been sold to the New York Times. It's a little confusing because Al and I were talking about this earlier. But if you remember, Al told us how Wordle is basically the same game as it was on a game show like 30 years ago on TV. So how can they buy the game from this person? But I don't know if they're buying the game or the name. It's possible that that the thing they're really buying is the name. So I have questions about this whole buying the game thing, because I believe others have played that game. I don't think that the person who created Wordle has the copyright to the actual game mechanics. So my quick take on this is I feel like they paid too much for it. They paid in the low 7 figures for it. The sudden hit Wordle has been acquired by the New York Times. Also, I feel like it's the kind of thing people will get sick of in 3 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong. It sold for a price in the low 7 figures. The company said the game would initially remain free to 2 new and existing players, so they'll probably ended up putting it behind their paywall. Millions play the game daily. Since the Times put up a paywall in 2011, its business strategy has revolved around persuading readers and users to buy subscriptions. The New York Times has a game site. It offers subscription to a games app and a recipe app. Also, this was crazy to me. The Times spent $500 million to buy the website The Athletic, which is a sports site, which I actually read, which I think doesn't even make money. I don't think. So when I first heard this, my thought was, they seem to be spending way too much for a fad that people will just forget about in 3 weeks. But maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know the business of it. Let me see what you have to say about this. I mean, a lot of you guys have played Wordle here. Shakhtar says nobody's paying for Wordle. Terry says, I like it but wouldn't pay for it. Also, will the site Wordle Unlimited, so there's this site Wordle Unlimited, is this going to get shut down, this site? I don't see how the New York Times could own the rights to the name Wordle and let this site Wordle Unlimited keep staying up there. Because I don't, like, what value would how does Wordle, first of all, if a site like this is up, how does Wordle have value if people know about this site as well? Because you can just go to this site and play it. Second of all, if the Times, say the New York Times has the rights to the name Wordle, but they don't have the rights to the gameplay, what if they might call Wordle Unlimited and say, like, you got to take down your site? So could Wordle Unlimited be like, okay, we're going to call our site like Word Test Unlimited or Word Race Unlimited? What's to stop them from doing that? Polly says there's another one called Hello Word. Derek says, I was also wondering about the spin-offs. See, this is where it really matters, whether they've actually bought the gameplay or just like the name. And it's a little weird if they bought the gameplay, if the game... How could they buy the gameplay from the Wordle inventor when that game existed before the Wordle inventor? Is it patented or trademarked? Well, I don't know. Again, I'm not a law expert. Callie Voltaire might know more about this. But like, how could Josh Wardle, who invented Wordle, patent Wordle when it was clearly the game was in existence before he started building a site around it? Look. In the article on Wikipedia about Wordle, it talks about the other game, the game that it's like. Where is it here? Lingo. Conceptually and stylistically, the game Wordle is similar to the 1955 pen and paper game Giotto and to the game show franchise Lingo. The gameplay is also similar to Mastermind and the game Bulls and Cows. Lingo is a game show that was on the air in the 2000. Oh, it was on the air starting in 1987. Look at Lingo. Lingo looks like the same game. Each team received a computer-generated Lingo card. A 5-letter word was randomly selected by a computer, and the first letter was displayed before the team provided a guess. Oh, it's a little different, I guess. The team had 5 seconds to provide a valid guess, which had to be 5 letters in length. If a letter was in the word and in its correct place, the square was written red. If a letter was in the word but not in its proper place, a yellow circle was placed around it. I mean, this seems like pretty much the same thing, right? I haven't seen Lingo. So I'm confused if a TV show had basically the same game 30 years ago, How could the Times have bought the game from a guy who didn't do the TV show? Cat Wilson says, I don't think they care about the game. They want the users with that general profile. Pan says, lingo is exactly the same. Yeah, Tony, I saw that it said it was kind of like the game Bulls and Cows, but I've never played Bulls and Cows. But I mean, it seems very like lingo. Well, what would be really funny is if the Times bought it and they weren't actually getting what they thought they were getting because of somebody else had a right to it. Let me see if I can find, maybe somebody wrote an article about this from a lawyer standpoint. I don't see any articles about it. Maybe there's like lawyers posting on Twitter about it. See, here's somebody, this guy's on Twitter. He's a lawyer. He says he's a lawyer, Miles Cheney. He says, can the patent copyright IP section of Law Twitter tell me what the New York Times actually bought in buying Wordle? Because Wordle is literally the game show lingo and it's like 20 years old. Why can't someone else just make a Wordle but call it something different? I'm giving that a like. I'm liking that guy's tweet. I'm going to be the first person to like his tweet. Because this is literally what we were talking about before. This is what I was talking about with Al. Oh, Lookner channel. I liked it as Lookner channel, not as me. I liked it as, he's going to be confused. What is Lookner channel? Well, whatever. He'll be like, why is Lookner channel liking my tweet? Anyways, I'm interested in hearing some business analysis of this. See, Michelle Sparks says, let's play Lookword. We could call it Lookword. Al says, I wonder if it was fine to the lingo people when Wordle was just a free game, but might have issues if it becomes a paid thing behind a paywall. Yeah, I mean, right. I don't know if the lingo people would care about one, but might care about the other. It's the idea I love is that you would think the New York Times would have checked this out, though, right? You would think the New York Times would be aware of the game of the TV show lingo, and that their lawyers would have explained to the New York Times people buying the game Wordle what they had, what kind of rights that gave them and didn't give them. So you'd think, because the New York Times has lawyers on their staff who can look into this stuff, or they can hire a lawyer. So it would be really funny if the New York Times didn't realize like that they didn't buy what they thought they bought. Polly the primate says, I'm sure if they paid 7 figures, they know what they paid for. I don't know. You'd like to think that, but... Josh Wardle, who created Wordle, posted this. Since launching Wordle, I've been in awe of the response from everyone that has played. The game has gotten bigger than I ever imagined, which I suppose isn't that much of a feat, given that I made the game for an audience of 1. It's been incredible to watch a game being so much joy to so many, and I feel so grateful for the personal stories some of you have shared with me, from Wordle uniting distant family members to provoking friendly rivalries to supporting medical recoveries. Fine. On the flip side, I'd be lying if I said this hasn't been a little overwhelming. After all, I'm just one person. And it's important to me to see that as Wordle grows, it continues to provide a great experience to everyone. That's a little confusing to me, because like was it with more people playing Wordle, did that put more of a strain on him? I mean, he just has to come up, like, I assume all he has to do is type in a new word every day. Unless it's the case that, like, the servers couldn't handle it or something. So I don't know if he had to, like, if it cost him more, if more people played it. I don't know. He says, given this, I'm incredibly pleased to announce I've reached an agreement with the New York Times for them to take over running Wordle going forward. If you followed along with the story of Wordle, you'll know that New York Times games play a big part in its origins, so this step feels very natural to me. Fine. I've long admired the New York Times approach to their games and the respect with which they treat their players. The values are aligned with mine on these matters, and I'm thrilled they will be the stewards of the game moving forward. When the game moves to the New York Times site, it will be free to play for everyone. Well, the Times says initially free to play, and I am working with them to make sure your wins and streaks will be preserved. Thank you for all for playing and making Wordle an unforgettable experience. So, look. My opinion on this is that he sold it because they wanted to pay him, because he wanted to make the money. And that's fine. I have no problem with him cashing in. But it feels like, I kind of feel like this letter might be a bunch of bullshit. Oops, sorry, I said it on the air. But I feel like really the real reason is that he just wanted to make the money, which I understand, and that it's not really the case that it was that much harder for him because more people are playing. And certainly this whole thing about, they'll keep it free, because they didn't even say that. They said initially free. So, it just... Now, they probably told him, if we're going to sell it to you, you can't post something saying, I hate the New York Times, I just sold it to them for the money. Because then they'd probably not pay him. But, I might be wrong. It just feels like it's like a letter you write because somebody's paying you more than $1 million. That's just my 2 cents. I have no idea. Old Silver says, I didn't understand why they made that business decision. It surprised me. By the way, big companies frequently spend a ton of money on acquisitions that are just horrible things, horrible buys. But look at this, Verizon. How about Yahoo? Yahoo was bought, and then, right? Wasn't Yahoo bought for a lot? I'm trying to think of, there's some companies recently that were bought, and then, like, it was such a mistake buying them. Was it Yahoo? I'm trying to think. I was reading about one lately. Yes. Verizon paid $9 billion in 2015 and 2016 for AOL and Yahoo. And then they took a $4.6 billion write-down 3 years later, okay? This is a big company. This is Verizon. Verizon spent $9 billion to buy AOL and Yahoo in 2015, 2016. And by 2018, the companies were worth less than half of that. So if you tell me, oh, the New York Times would never screw up and buy something that wasn't actually worth that, well, I'll just point you to this example. And then they sold Yahoo and AOL and some other stuff for $5 billion in 2021 after buying those two companies for $9 billion. They lost billions of dollars in just a few years. Now, Denise says drove it into the ground. I don't know that... so I guess it's possible they could buy it and they could be responsible. But did they drive AOL into the ground and Yahoo, or were they just not that popular? I feel like Yahoo and AOL weren't that popular. Anyways, so it would not be the first time a company buys something else for way more than they should. Dr. Scopify said Microsoft bought Nokia and wrote it off. But it just, the Wordle thing seems like such... I really enjoy Wordle. Will I enjoy it as much in a month? I don't think so. It just seems like a fad. Maybe low seven figures isn't that much, though, for what they're getting out of it. I don't know. I don't know how they compute the cost and benefit. I don't know about the Microsoft Nokia thing. Slide bean. Why Microsoft acquired Nokia then sold it? Microsoft acquired all Nokia mobile phone operations for no less than 3.79 billion euros, plus another 1.65 billion euros to license its portfolio of patents in 2014. Then what happened? I don't know. Oh, Microsoft in 2015 wrote off $7.6 billion as a consequence of the Nokia acquisition. Okay. Anointed Prayers is here. Derek says New York Times likely has good ad deals with major ad buyers, and they did some crazy math to come up with that number. Maybe they'll put ads on it very soon and make some money back. So anyways, we'll see what happens to Wordle. Barb Filer is here. Dizzle Dog thinks they'll make it back even if it's a fad. There were a lot of negative comments about it. Like, I know when I first saw the story posted by the New York Times today, and then I read the comments underneath. A lot of people were just saying it's going to get wrecked. A lot of people were really upset because they're like, it had no ads, it was free, you just go to the site and you play, and now it's not going to be like that anymore. Jimmy says the day the Wordle died. We were about to play Wordle until C. Michelle Sparks literally just spoiled it. I was literally just going to play, and C. Michelle Sparks just posted the answer right now. C. Michelle Sparks, what are you doing? She just posted it in the chat right now. I was just going to go play it. I was just going to, right now. I was literally going to do it right now. Oh, she says she was on Wordle Unlimited. Okay. All right. She says she was on Wordle Unlimited. Not. You didn't say unlimited. Oh, is unlimited, for unlimited, is there only one a day on unlimited? I thought you could play it unlimited times. Hold on a second. Oh no, you can. I'm on the wrong site. Here it is. Polly says Hello Word. There's one called Hello Word. We've never tried that one. I don't see Hello Word. Oh, it's like an app or something. By the way, Linda says Linda hates Wordle. Linda, why do you hate Wordle so much? Linda hates when we play Wordle. She can't stand it. I don't know if Linda's still there. I'd love to hear from Linda why she hates Wordle so much. She really hates it. Oh, hello, Wordle? I see. I don't see it. Is it an app? I don't know. I guess Linda's not here. AJ wants the word later. We'll just do this fast. There you go. We'll do it fast. We'll do it fast. Then people will make guesses that have nothing to do with what they're seeing on the screen. Ooh, Mark McCoy says batch. Fine. It's probably hatch or catch. Hatch or catch. Oh my gosh, it's not either of them. It's not hatch or catch. Wow. Match. It's not match. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. We're not gonna get it. Watch. It's watch, right? It's gotta be watch. This is a good one because there's really no way to distinguish between them. You just have to guess them. What happened here? I'm having an issue. It's not, the typing isn't working. I can't do it. I can't do it. Something went wrong with the typing. It's not my keyboard. Something's wrong with the site. I can't type in it. I can't type in the site. Can't type in the site. Can you refresh? Jake says you can refresh. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Jake. We'll never know. We'll never know. Now we'll never know, Jake. Thanks, Jake. We'll never know now. We'll never know now, Jake. Jake literally said you can refresh. Thanks a lot. Oh, Jake says, LOL, sorry, you can on your phone. We'll just put in the same words. Yeah, but it's not the same word there. You can on your phone. I bet you can't. Hey, Sean TV came by. Guys, Sean TV's been hanging out in Tahoe in his RV. Sean, you missed it. Jake just wrecked Wordle for us. Well, you can on your phone. Hannah says, I used to like Jake. You can on your phone. Jake is crying. Tahoe? Tahoe is a proper noun. It's not working. Something's weird. Something's up with this. Something's up with the site. My keyboard's working. It won't let me type in the. It won't let me type. Oh, I have to do it this way. I guess it's not letting me do it with my keyboard. It's something's up with this. I literally have to use the keyboard down here. I click the arrow, doesn't matter. It's not the same game. No, it should not be the same game, Jake, and it's not. It's not. Sean TV, there's no proper nouns. No, it's not going to be taste because A is not the second letter. Steam is a better guess. Jake's going to sit in the corner. That last one was like the best game ever, Jake. And we didn't get to... It was so much drama. It was so much drama, Jake, and we didn't get to see what happened at the end. Tidal. Smar says tidal. Ooh, it's probably today. It's probably today. Yeah, great. It wasn't the best game. You used C and H twice when it was already used. Wait, what? Jake, the bottom line was we might not have even won that game. There was a serious chance of us not winning. I wonder if the whole world's going to switch to Wordle Unlimited now. I don't know how long this site is going to be up. How long is the New York Times going to let this site be up? The New York Times just played low seven figures for Wordle. So how long are they going to let this other site, Wordle Unlimited, is going to be up? I bet it's not going to be up long. I'm surprised it's still up right now. I'm surprised this site is still up right now. Unless the New York Times want people to get hooked on the game. Then they'll have to go to the New York Times to play it, I guess. Zipper, we can never find out. Nan B says they will come for us. Yeah, Shane, we talked about the lingo thing like a little while ago. By the way, my big phone appointment at the Genius Bar is tomorrow. Assuming there's no big news I'm covering. So tomorrow I'm going to take my phone to the Genius Bar and I'm going to find out if the screen is as it's supposed to be. I'm going to tell them how the screen just out of the box looks kind of yellow and a little funky looking. And I'm going to say, is that how the screen's supposed to look? Ooh, hold on. We'll do a poll. We're going to do a poll now. We're going to do a poll. See what people say. Kim Hayes is here. Kim says the fun is doing the same game as everyone else. And you talk about it with them. I understand that, Kim. That's a good point. Wow, the audience is split on whether my screen will be defective or it will be as it's supposed to be. Interesting. So remember, I got my new phone a couple days ago, and the screen seemed kind of odd. It seemed like kind of yellow and a little muted. Now, I was able to make some color adjustment to kind of fix the color, but I still feel like maybe there's something wrong with the screen. So I need to go to the Genius Bar and have them look at it and tell me if it's similar to the other new phones. No, this is an i13 Pro Max, Callie Voltaire. It's not a setting because with all none of the settings were on. The only way I could fix it was to literally change like the color tint of the screen. So the color, I have corrected the color, but I still think there might be just something natively wrong with the screen. There's a couple people online who said that they got one of these phones and that the screen was defective. No, Jake, it wasn't Night Shift, and it wasn't Night Shift, and it wasn't True Tone, and it wasn't any of those things. It wasn't Dark Mode. It wasn't any of those things. It was none of those things. Jacob says it's a common issue with OLED screens. Crypto King thinks it might be something wrong with my screen. It is interesting how split the audience is. It's basically 50-50. Crypto King thinks the screen is defective. I honestly don't know. I do not know. Yeah, everything's updated on the phone. Yeah, Callie Voltaire, I've seen the videos on how to fix that yellow tint. It's just, again, I know how to adjust the color. I feel like there's a chance, though, that the screen itself is defective. So it's very simple for me to go to the Genius Bar and just ask them. So I'm just going to go ask them. Either it will be defective or it won't. And that way I know. Either way, one way or the other, I'll know. It'll be very simple. Smart, it's not that the screen is... Oh, you are... No, I have restarted the phone before. Not that. I do not know. I'll post on Lookner channel on Twitter as soon as I know. But I mean, I could sit here and think about it for a year, or I could just go to the Apple store and they'll just tell me. You've got a friend of me. I got it much cheaper because I got like I got like lots of traded value from my previous phone. Jess says, I will be curious to see what they say. Yeah. Jimmy says, good to get it checked. Then I don't have to worry about it. I get it checked. Either it's as it's supposed to be or it's not. And if it's not, they fix it. Then I just know. I never have to worry about it again. It's exactly 50-50, the pull. Wow. 50-50. No, if it's not defective, I'll keep the phone. Because I figured out how to adjust the color. It's just I feel like the phone should be a bit brighter, and it feels like a little less bright than it should be. So I'm just concerned there's something maybe just wrong with the screen itself. That's my concern. What I would do though, what I'd probably do is if they tell me, Nick, no, that's how the screen is supposed to be. What I would do is I would look at the other phones there and see if the screens are different on the other models. That's what I would do. It does kind of feel like there's a bit of a brightness issue, though, in addition to the color issue. It's just me. But I just feel like it maybe should be a bit brighter. But we'll see. I mean, we'll have to just go in there and see. Yeah, Dizzledog says, seems like a common problem from sites online. The yellow tint is certainly a common issue, but there are some people who say that they got a defective screen. Marzel says, perhaps your eyes. Well, I don't think my eyes changed from when I had the old phone to the new phone. So I agree, Denise Horton. It's bad if it's a defective screen, but anyways. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. I'm sure what they'll do is just compare it. It'll be very easy to tell. They'll just take one of the other phones of the same model, and you'll make the settings the same, and you'll hold them next to each other, and you'll see how they look. Very easy to do. Carlos says, is it darker than my old one? It's hard to tell. I'd have to pull. My old one has been erased, so I'd have to I don't want to unerase my old one. It's hard to tell though. Anyways. All right. Al says, I got my girlfriend an iPad for Christmas and it was defective. Touchscreen was glitchy, so I had to send it back and get a replacement. Our poll was about even, by the way. But it just seems like it will be a very easy thing for them to tell. Oh, thank you, Marcella, for sending me the video. Oh, Callie Voltaire sent me this article. Look. Thank you, Callie Voltaire. Right, Crypto King says it's supposed to be bright white with no yellow tint. Before I bought one of these, I went into a store and looked at one. And my memory of it, and maybe my memory is wrong, my memory of it was in the store, it was a nice bright white and brighter than this is. That was my memory. Now, maybe my memory is faulty. Could be true. But when I went in the store and looked at one of these phones, I thought the screen was brighter than this one is. But I'm sure they'll have a ton of the other phones at the store, a ton of the same model at the store, so I can just compare them. It will be a very easy thing to see if the screen is defective in this way. Adaptive brightness, that doesn't make a difference. That's True Tone. I think it's the True Tone's like adaptive color. Yeah, there's automatic brightness, but that doesn't matter because you can override automatic brightness. Pagadosha says True Tone might might not function correctly. The ambient light sensor might not work. The display might be incorrectly calibrated, or the brightness might not be uniform. Yeah, Lizzie says there's a lot of cellular technicians in the chat tonight. I'm so lucky. Sean says, I'm wondering if they have a store setting to make the phone bright for presentation purposes. I don't know. I would be surprised if the phone I saw in the store, I actually ended up seeing it in a Verizon store, but I would be surprised if that wasn't normal. It just feels to me like something is off. But it just feels that way. But I might be wrong. Who knows? It just feels that way. That's how it feels to me. Maybe they'll say it's the exact same as all the others. Zipper, I don't think it'll be a problem at the Apple store. I think if I go in there and it's defective, they will replace it. Jake says this should be an exciting update. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens. I do like this. I bought this like 5 years ago. It does have that nice black trim on it. This is my Columbia fleece jacket. Jennifer N likes it. I like it too. Show you the phone so you can see the yellow. I don't know if that's going to work. I'll have to, if I want to do that, I got to mess up my settings. I'll see if I can do it. I don't know if it's going to work. Here it is. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I don't think it's going to really read well on camera. But this is how I'm going to show you what the screen looks like with just hold on. This is with True Tone off. Hang on. With True Tone on, it's really weird. So dark mode is off, night shift is off, and True Tone is on. Now, True Tone is supposed to adjust the screen for the light conditions. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on the screen, the tint of it. You can't see it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry. The camera's not going to capture it. So I wanted to leave True Tone on. Now, if I turn True Tone off, it's a little better. But anyways, I have no idea. Well, I'll find out tomorrow. We'll see. Hey, I want to go to a picture of my screen. Try harder to show us? No, I'm not going to worry about it. You're saying like take a screenshot? I don't even know how that'll work. What is screenshot on an iPhone? Someone remind me what take a screenshot is on the iPhone. What is take a screenshot? What's to take a screenshot? What's the shortcut? One of you knows. What is it? Anyone? Anyone there? Then I want to show you the Callie Voltaire article she sent me. Right side and left side top button at the same time. Okay. All right, I took the screenshot, so what it should happen is it should come up on my iCloud so I can show you. I don't know if this is going to read. It doesn't read right. It doesn't read right. Because the actual picture on my monitor right now, that's not what it looks like on the screen. That's the screenshot, but the screenshot didn't capture the yellowish tone, which is interesting. So that looks white. That's not how it looks on my screen. No, it's not the glass because I can make it's just there's a it's if you turn on the True Tone setting, it becomes yellow. So it's not the glass. It's not that everything. It's not that if the glass was yellow, I think everything would look yellow no matter what you did to it, which is not the case. Anyways, we just got to bring this to the store. We got to bring it to the store and figure it out. Bring it to the store and figure it out. Okay. Smars said if the screenshot didn't capture the yellowish tone, it's definitely defective. Is that true? Crypto King says the phone is defective if it did not capture the yellowish tone. I don't know how that is. Munica says I predict they fix it. No, it doesn't have the plastic on the front. Maybe it's the magnet's fault? I don't think so. Yeah, again, it's going to be a very simple thing. Literally, you can pick up one of the phones at the store and this phone, you put the settings the same, you see if they look the same. I have an appointment there. Okay, let's get back here. Look, we got an article from that I was sent from Callie Voltaire sent me this about Wordle and IP law. What happens when a hot game gets cloned? Oh, but this is not about the New York Times buying Wordle, but it says, who owns Wordle? Hold on. This is from Ars Technica. Now look what Ars Technica says. It's important to note that the basic 5-letter guessing game underlying Wordle is not itself a completely original idea. The same basic gameplay was popularized by the game show Lingo. The 2-player pen and paper game Giotto would also be very familiar to Wordle players. There was also a more traditional version of the game called Bulls and Cows, played since the 19th century. Conveniently, none of the history provides a legal problem for Wordle itself. Whenever you have a copyright, you're protecting the expression, not the idea. It's a line a lot of people have a very hard time with when you run to games. In other words, it's exceedingly hard to copyright an abstract game mechanic like guessing 5-letter words and giving hints based on correct letters. Getting a patent is a long and arduous process that can fall apart if there's prior art predating the idea, or if the mechanic could be considered legally obvious. You can file for a patent on an original gaming idea, a legal process that's been used to strangle video game clones in the past. But see, it makes it sound like because Wordle was not had predecessors that were like it, it's hard to patent it, I guess. A trademark could at least legally protect the name Wordle from being exploited by copycats. But unlike copyright, which applies automatically when work is published, trademarks offer very limited protection until and unless they are registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. There were 2 trademarks for the software called Wordle. Both of these were abandoned shortly after original filing, but Wordle hasn't filed for his own trademark. That has left the Wordle trademark legally up for grabs. A situation that the company Monkey Labs has taken advantage of. Monkey Labs filed its own trademark application for Wordle. This is so confusing. The copyright laws that protect Wordle itself help protect anyone who wants to make their own version of the same basic game. That means there's not much the law can do to stop other 5-letter guessing games from existing. But the specific expression of the game is. So a clone that copied the user interface layout and other design elements of the Wordle's version might still follow the law. Like Wordle Unlimited is basically just a copy of the whole thing. There was an iOS app called Wordle the app, which directly mimicked the look and feel of Wordle's Wordle, which that could maybe be a legal issue. Anyways, this is interesting. Despite Wordle's recent success, the basic idea behind the game is much older and also very hard to protect under US law. As long as that's the case, Wordle clones are probably inevitable for better or worse. Thank you. I mean, it basically seems like the New York Times is not going to prevent other websites from like popping up that basically are the same game. They just can't look like the exact same and play the exact same. That's what I take from that. Hey, thank you, Callie Voltaire, for sending that in. That was nice of Callie Voltaire. No, Weewick, it's not Night Shift. No, guys, do you really think multiple people have said, Steve, your screen is yellow because it's set on night mode? Do you really think I would have sat here for 2 days after owning an iPhone previously and never figured out that I should just turn off night mode? Do you really think that? Really? That's really what you think? That I never once considered this might be a night mode issue? Really? That's what you think of me? Come on. Callie Voltaire, that was very interesting. It's all this, the legal stuff, I mean, is all stuff you'd have to get into to fully understand. It's very interesting. FabuLegs is here, by the way. We already did today's Wordle. We did it last night. Oh, in 3 minutes, with 2 minutes, we'll play the new Wordle. In 3 minutes, we'll play the new Wordle. It's coming up in 1:34. I'll just do it this way. You've got a friend in me. Please do not repeat messages in the chat. I appreciate you sending messages in, but it's like I think you've said the same thing 4 times. This is one of our rules. We have 30 seconds till the next Wordle. Maybe one of the last ones before it's on the New York Times site. Jake, don't mess this one up. See, Michelle Sparks is excited. Jake says he won't mess it up. All right, here it is, guys. Next one is ready. All right, give me a word. Give me a word. Give me a word. No, we're not starting with xylem. Nan B says arose. Let's try arose. Wow, that was pretty good, Nan B. Nice job. Prose. No, it's not prose. There's no R. Chose. C-H, it's chose. C-H-O-S-E. I bet it's chose. No, it's not. It's those. It's got to be those. It's got to be those. Oh! Come on. Nan B, once Nan B got us started, that was pretty easy. Nan B did it. Sorry, guys. It was that fast. Well, we can play one more 7-letter version. Because I know that was probably very unsatisfying for you guys. We'll do a Wordle Unlimited 7-letter. We'll do a 7-letter one. Al says, was that the first word chosen by the New York Times team? That's a good question, Al. I don't know that. It should have been Times. Al, if the New York Times chose it, it should have been Times. It should have been paywall. Well, no, that wouldn't have worked. Paywall, 7 letters. All right, guys. Let's do a 7-letter one. Haven't we tried strange before? Monaco's a proper noun. Kat Wilson said she missed the bad guesses on the last one. Fahrenheit says washing. Ooh, pretty good. We got ing at the end. Pretty good guess there. That really helped us out. No, eating has 6 letters. Fearing. Fearing? That's a good one. See, Michelle Sparks says fearing. No. Ooh. It's OA or... That's an interesting one. I bet somebody in the chat has said, I'm looking at it myself. Before I look at the chat, I'm looking at myself to see if I can figure out what it is. I think I have a guess. Now I'm going to look at the chat and see if the chat has the same guess. Oh, somebody said roaring. I was going to say blaring. I see roaring and blaring. There's also glaring. Roaring, bearing, glaring. All of them. Roaring, bearing, glaring. Sean, what did you say? Keating? Sean, doesn't make any sense. Oh, it is glaring. How about that? Good job, everybody. Can't fool you. Sean, clearing has 8 letters. Sean likes suggesting ones with different numbers of letters. That's Wordle Unlimited, folks. Sarah says, woohoo. That's Wordle Unlimited. All right, should we do a Dordle just for the fun of it? Fine. I'll give you what you want. We'll do a Dordle. Where's Dordle at? Where is the Dordle link? Here. So Dordle is 2 words. So you got to guess. FabuLegs, Wordle Unlimited could be taken down, I would think, because it uses the Wordle name and it plays exact similar. Because the New York Times bought Wordle. Then I don't think the New York Times is going to want to have Wordle Unlimited up. Maybe Wordle, maybe they'll have to change the name of that site. Crypto King said Stayer. We'll start with Stayer. Okay, so we can work on either side. I try working on the left side. Like Steam. You could guess Steam on the left side. No, it's not STARE because A isn't in it. Steak. Pagadocious says steak. STEAK. It was steak. Good job, Pagadocious. Wow. All right, now we only just have to do this one. It has an A here and an A. It's going to have an A in the third here and it has an E in it too. FabuLegs, I'm timing you out. Why am I timing out FabuLegs? Because FabuLegs, you said 10 minutes ago, Steve, it's because of night shift. And when you said that, FabuLegs, for 5 minutes, I didn't say your name, but I made fun of our viewers. And I did this whole several minute soliloquy where the whole point of it was like, do you really think that for 2 days I've been complaining about my phone screen being yellow and I did not know about the night shift command? And when I owned an iPhone before. And then FabuLegs just right now said, go into your phone and look up night shift. So she says it urgently, then she doesn't listen to me for 5 minutes, then she says it again. So I just timed her out. I mean, come on. You got to at least be paying attention to the stream. FabuLegs, go back and watch my 5 minutes when I was ranting about this earlier, which apparently you weren't listening to, even though I said it 7 seconds after you made your comment the first time. Okay. Do we have a guess here? Sean made a guess, but then it involved an R, so he erased it. Okay. Crypto King, please do not repeat your comments. Do not repeat your guesses. That's a repeated comment, Crypto King. You're repeating your guesses. Pagadocious says bland. It doesn't have an E in it. It has an E in it. It's got to have an E in it. Why are you guessing words without an E in it? It's got to have an E in it. Peach. Let's try peach. Ooh. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it starts with, probably starts with H. It's probably HEA something something. HEA something something. Why are you guessing beach? H isn't the last word. Mods, I guess we have to post the rules again because people just don't read the rules. Sarah says heavy. Oh, it's probably heave. It's got to be heave, right? It's got to be heave. It's got to be heave. We did it. Steak and heave. Steak and heave. Jennifer posted the heave emoji. That's Dordle. I don't think the New York Times can take Dordle down because it's a different game with a different name. Sean says, oof. Callie Voltaire says we did it. Sarah says, yay. I have to time out Planet Awkward, who said, calm your farm. Nope, you guys can play again. We have to have our limits here. We have to have our limits on the channel. You know, these Twitch streamers, there's some really successful Twitch streamers who just play games, right? Well, that's not all they do. It's not all they do. But there are a bunch of very successful Twitch streamers who do very well for themselves who mostly play games. And you might think like, oh, that must be like the easiest, best job for them. They just play games all day and people watch and they make all this money. And I understand that. I think it might be, I don't know, like, I think it could get like a grindy because they play for hours and hours of games. Like if somebody said to me, Steve, like your job is to play like games like Wordle and that kind of thing, like 7 hours a day with tons of people watching. I mean, I could do it. I think I'd probably get tired of it though. You know? I don't know. I don't know what it's like for them. I could see them getting burned out. Because they're not in a room with lots of other people. And they'll sometimes do these collabs where they're talking to other people, but they're still in their room. And they're doing it for like, they can be doing it all day. So again, they get paid well, and I'm sure there's a lot more unpleasant things they could be doing. But at the same time, it's like isolating, The people who stream all the time, they're just in this room by themselves. Lori says they love to play. Peppy says, I always thought my sister would get burned out from playing games all day. Not yet, though. Not yet, LL. Callie Voltaire says, everything can be stressful if you do it for 7+ hours, even playing games. I think it's not just the amount of time, it's the fact that they're sitting by themselves, Sean says they play games that are grindy anyways, like World of Warcraft. FabuLegs says, I can't believe I was timed out. Did you go back and check what I originally said after you said it the first time? Sarah says, FabuLegs, welcome to the club. You're a true subscriber now. No, like I said, Dizzle Dog, I can imagine there's something people might like to do less. I'm just saying, though. But Carlos, if I'm alone, it's a bit different. First of all, because part of the reason I'm alone all the time is because I'm not going out during the day is because of the pandemic stuff. But also, like, I'm not like playing a game all day. Like, I can, I have some freedom even on our streams to do what I want to do. It's just to be. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's unbelievable! It's unbelievable! It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Hey, know-it-all FabuLegs, true tone on, night shift off, night shift off, night shift off. This is what FabuLegs says. He hates being wrong. We had the same issue, same phone. You know what's also the same? You just got timed out the same. She literally just said that to me. She just got timed out again. She said he hates being wrong. Boy, it seems that I'm not wrong. It seems that I'm not wrong because night shift is off and it's yellow. It's just unbelievable. What got into FabuLegs? It's unbelievable. I hate being wrong. That's why he did it. He hates being wrong. Man, wow. I guess someone doesn't like getting timed out. I didn't time you out the first time. I just explained without even naming you. I just explained why that wasn't the issue, and I thought it was ridiculous to say that was the issue. Then you said it again. Then you got timed out, and then you said it. Then you said I hate. Oh, it's no. It really is still the issue. He just hates being wrong. Man. Wow. Well, she got timed out again. What can I say? I mean, that's a pretty strong accusation. Oh, he still hasn't actually checked. He just hates being wrong. It's a very general statement about me. Very general, not nice statement about me. In a case where it's not warranted at all. Man. I don't know what brought that on. Sean, I don't have the brightness to adjust. The brightness is not adjusting during the day. It's not doing the day-night brightness adjusting. Anyways. Guys, it is possible. It is possible I got a defective screen. I know it's hard to believe. It is possible that my screen looks odd and that I've tried the basic troubleshooting. It is possible that I am aware of the basic settings on the phone. I know it's hard to accept. I know it's hard to accept that I might be aware of the basic settings on my phone and have checked those already. I know it's hard, but it is possible. But I don't know if it's defective. We don't know. We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Sean, I know True Tone will change it based on day and night stuff. But also there's other things too. But again, this is just, it's, Jennifer says 100% sure your chat is defective. Something just seems off about it. So. Can I mirror my phone to my... I don't have a Mac. We will figure this out tomorrow. Hey, thanks, Cat Wilson. Thank you, Cat Wilson, for the Bushiba sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cat Wilson. I think what the chat said, 50% chance. That could be about right. I'm right there with you. 50% chance. 50% chance it's defective. I don't know. But you know me. I hate being wrong. If you know me, you know I hate being wrong. What a stream. What a vibe tonight. Been a weird week. Nanby, you're not betting on me. The argument was not over whether it's defective or not. That was not the argument. I fully acknowledge it might not be defective. The argument was whether I had checked the basic settings of the phone, which I had. And there's no question about that because I have. Oh, yeah. Sarah says, weird week, it's Monday. I guess I'm thinking of like the last 5 or 6 days. I'm thinking of week. Oh, FabuLegs is back. FabuLegs is back. She's back. No, by week I'm thinking of not calendar week, but I guess the last 5, 6 days. Sean says, what is your brightness setting? It's like at 90% brightness. Sean, I've messed with the brightness setting. Oh, thank you, Tony. Yeah, Tony, I haven't had a chance to check the links. Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Crypto King, as well. Crypto King thinks it's defective phone. We'll just have to see. I honestly don't know either way. I really don't know. Hang on here. Hang on one moment. Give me one moment. Tony wanted to mention for those who like retro games. He knows some retro game sites. I haven't used these sites. I guess Tony likes the site. Online Classic Games. Hey, these are some old games. They got Activision and stuff. Atari. It's called Online Classic Games. They are playable on desktop and some of them are tablet and mobile. Now, I can't vouch for this site. I've never used the site. It's playclassic.game/games. So visit the site at your own risk. I have not checked the site. I have not checked the site for safety. I've never used it. But Tony wanted to pass that along. He also likes classicreload.com. For you classic gamers out there, he likes classicreload.com. I don't know if it's free. Maybe it is. I haven't tried it. Classicreload.com. Thank you, Tony. They have Apple II games there. Tony says there's no problem with the site at all. That's what Tony says. Jake says this is so much fun. That's what Jake says. Tony says they're all free. Again, I'm just saying I haven't tried them yet. Thank you, Jake. David says Steve got one of them knockoff iPhones. Carbon Form says, I think the techie vote is for defective. I will say this. If it turns out the phone is not defective, then the screens on this phone are kind of weird. That's what I'll say. Anyways. I think we're getting close to that time. That's what I think. Tony said it took him years to find a site with the old games. I might have to check it out. Let me make sure it's not something crazy going on. What is this? No. It's going to be a big update tomorrow when I tell you what happened at the Genius Bar. Unless there's breaking news. If there's breaking news, I got to delay my Genius Bar appointment. Rick says, let's surrender to the geniuses with wisdom. I really wish I could. I can't live stream at the Genius Bar. They wouldn't let me. And also, I'd be live streaming on my phone, which is impossible because they'd be checking the phone. No, there's no way for me to live stream from my phone and have my phone checked at the same time. Also, I don't think they want me live streaming in the Genius Bar. My guess is that's a hard no. Sean says he went from 10 to 13 and the screens are very different. It's a different type of screen. So again, I am not, by no means am I saying I'm sure it's defective. It very well, I won't be surprised if it's defective. I won't be surprised if it's not defective. I just don't know, so I need to go to them and have them tell me. So we will just have to see. Zipper says, blank the news, we need a resolution to this iPhone question. We do. Jake wants me to record it from my iPad. I don't think we're going to do that. Yeah, my phone will be the breaking news. Oh, by the way, I did have, once again tonight, I had more of Sean's, I messaged Sean this, I had more of his Keith's chicken sauce, and once again it was delightful with my chicken tonight that I made on my George Foreman grill. It isn't cheap, Keith's chicken sauce, but I do enjoy it. I got to go back, I have some other sauces that people have sent me before. So somebody sent me this garlic rub, but I haven't tried yet. I don't know if it was Chris Lund who sent me it. I got to try the garlic rub. I think I've tried all the sauces people have sent me, but some of them are still in the fridge. So I got to go back to them. Anyways, Heatonist has the Keith's chicken sauce. It's good though. It's not cheap, but it's certainly good. So thanks again, Sean. I told Sean I had some tonight. How healthy is the George Foreman grill compared to baking? I don't really bake anything. I can just tell you, like I just like buy chicken breasts and put them on the grill and with a little oil and spice on them and cook them, and it's great. It's fantastic. I do it with burgers too. You can do it with steak too. See, Michelle Sparks is going to try it. It's very good. Again, it's not cheap. From Heatonist, it's $12. So, but it's good. It's sort of spicy, but not too spicy. But I love having the Foreman grill because I can just make a meal and it's like there's nothing extra on it. You can cook a chicken breast with nothing on it if you want. It takes 8 minutes. Tony, if you have a news pet peeve, I think probably sending that to me on Twitter is the best idea. Callie Voltaire says she wishes I could live stream the Genius Bar. Again, my guess is that would not be possible, even if I had something recorded on. Wow, Crypto King, a couple people are going to get the key sauce. Paula says, I love my George Foreman. Yeah, the George Foreman thing has... I literally... Most of the meals I have now are just cooking some meat on the George Foreman. That's like six of my 7 big meals a week is my George Foreman grill. Oh, it is February now. That's true. It's February, everybody. It's February. Welcome to February. We did it. I don't want there to be news until after my Genius Bar appointment tomorrow. I really want to get this over with my phone. It's time. I got to move on in my life. Sean says you can grill garlic cloves on your chicken on the Foreman. I got to try more stuff on my Foreman. Yeah, I do. I haven't done stir fry in a while. I'll do stir fry at some point soon. Jennifer N says it looks like Keith's chicken sauce is basically a sweetened hot sauce and ranch dressing. It's good, whatever it is. It's good. AJ says 1 more month. Yeah, a month and a half until daylight savings time. Month and a half. I think Groundhog Day is tomorrow. Did we lose FabuLegs? Does FabuLegs just take off? Did she leave? Has she had it tonight? Shaft says, can't wait. For daylight saving time, exactly. Planet Awkward says she had her heart broke. Well, hopefully she'll be back. I'm not taking the fall on this one. I don't think I did anything wrong on this one. Tammy Lance, I have already been with color filters. I've messed with the color filters. I really appreciate it, Tammy Lance. Have already been down that road. I've messed with color filters. It still doesn't address the basic issue. I can fix the screen if I mess with the settings. It just still feels kind of off even when I do that. And it feels like I shouldn't have to be messing with the settings so much. So I'm getting it checked. But I do very much appreciate Tammy Lance. Thank you. But I just seen that I have been down the color filters road. Thank you. And thanks for the donation, Tammy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying to help. Jake says, I ordered 12 additional pair of FabuLegs undies this week. See, Michelle Sparks says she's putting tax in your new undies. Julia Maskell was watching. Hey, let's thank our moderators. I appreciate our moderators being here tonight. Thank you so much. AJ, Melissa McQueen, Sarah, thank you. I know Linda was here earlier. Thanks, moderators. Sean says, when it looks yellow, how does it look when you switch to the camera app? I can't tell, Sean. I can't tell if it looks more. It looks a little. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell if it has yellow tint on the camera app. It's hard to tell. I think it's a little yellow on the camera app. It may be an issue with True Tone. It may be an issue with True Tone. Hey, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna take it in. It's either defective or it's not. If it's defective or it's not. It's one of the two. It'll make it simple. It'll make it simple. Hey, let me say thanks to our viewers. Paula Faust, Marzel, Madison, Jake from State Farm, Low Roller Scratcher, Breaker, Tania Henry, Crypto King, Tammy Lance, Planet Awkward. It's going to be a lot of tension when I announce what happened. I think it's going to be even more tension than when I had my colonoscopy or when I got my Cologuard results. Callie Voltaire, Nan B, Sean TV, Pagadocious, Julia Maskell, Planet Awkward. Oh, thank you, MSU Kiwi. MSU Kiwi said, I'm still alive, been lurking, bought a new computer, lots to sort out. Hey, good luck setting up your new computer. MSU Kiwi, thank you. All the way from New Zealand, thank you. Nanby, Brainy Janie, Smar. Sean says, if it's defective, I would expect it to be defective across apps like the camera. If it's a software thing, I would expect it to change depending on what you were using in sensors. Al says, I think the colonoscopy results were more anticipated because we were all worried about you. I don't know. I think people might be really emotionally invested in this phone after tonight. Thank you, Albo, for watching. Dizzle Dog, Planet Awkward. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I won't post it on Twitter and I'll wait till the actual broadcast to announce it. I think I might wait. I think people want to have the reveal on the air. Shaft says tomorrow there'll be breaking news. Tomorrow the Ukraine thing will go crazy and I won't be able to get to the Apple store for like 2 months. So we'll never find out and it'll be driving me nuts. Minako says, I was not emotionally invested in the phone issue until tonight. There were real emotions on this stream. Carbon Form says, such a contentious issue. Who knew screens could be so dramatic? I'll wait until the live stream. No, Chris H., I have not found a replacement bowl. Thank you, Shaft, for the wait for it sticker. Shaft says wait for it. Exactly. Oh, and by the way, you know, what else we have is Sean TV, remember, ordered the magnetic pop socket for my new phone and also the magnetic third-party pop socket from Secaucus, New Jersey. So those are supposed to come. I think one of them came today at the UPS store. So by Wednesday, Thursday, we hopefully will be ready to do the big pop socket versus Secaucus third-party pop socket by later in the week. So this is going to be huge. Then Sean said he sent some mystery thing too. What time's my appointment? but around 2 or 3, early afternoon. Jake says huge. Kat Wilson, thanks for watching. Jennifer N. Why are you putting third party in quotes, Sean? Right. Sarah says what you're saying is you will get a replacement phone tomorrow that works just to have it break again when we put the third party magnet on it. Exactly. But at least this way, because once I use the third party magnet, I bet it voids my warranty. At least way I'll get in there before my warranty gets voided. Neeby, the icons are for agenda-free TV, not Lookner, if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about membership icons, Neeby, it's only on agenda-free TV channel, if that's what you're talking about. Hannikin, thanks for watching. Lacey says, wouldn't it be funny if the guy at the Genius Bar was a viewer and already knew everything about your phone when you got there? I don't know that we have. I'm guessing the chances of somebody who actually is a viewer of the Lookner channel is so extraordinarily small. The chances are greater of me being hit by lightning 2 separate times tomorrow. Yeah, no Key Says yet. We got to have Key Says call in. She'll call in soon. Okay, guys, we are wrapping this up. We are wrapping up this live stream. Hey, I really appreciate you joining us. Tony Del Monte, thank you, Tony, for being here tonight. Tony says he's getting too many YouTube TV requests. See if you can turn them off. Can you unsubscribe? Tony, by the way, we look forward to your new songs. Coming out, new originals. All right, guys. Well, we will have an answer tomorrow. We'll also see, it's a big cliffhanger, whether FabuLegs will ever come back to the channel. Oh, thank you, Callie Voltaire. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Callie Voltaire. All right, guys. It is time to wrap things up. We got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Oh, Billy Joe Drage came by. Roxanne Becky, thank you, Roxanne. You've got a friend in me, Nan B. Thanks everybody who's lurking as well. Billy Joe Drage says 4:30 p.m. Time to watch my news in Australia. Marzell, thanks for watching. And again, thanks so much to our mods. Very much appreciate our moderators. All right, guys. That is it. Oh, thank you, Jake from State Farm. What is that? A peach? Why did you send me a peach, Jake from State Farm? What is that about? Jake. Thank you, Jake, but why a peach? John Jakolik, thanks for watching. Drew Pratt from Australia, thank you for watching. I know Kangaroo Island was watching too. Thanks. And Rick Hoppy, thank you. I was waiting for a response from Jake. Tony, I will check those tweets about that. Thank you. Oh, it's his... Jennifer says showing his butt again? What? Huh? You mean like when he was modeling the underwear? Susie, thank you for watching. Fahrenheit 451, thank you for watching. Mantronics, thank you for watching. All right, it is that time. It's that time. I gotta rest up for my big Genius Bar appointment. I gotta bring my A game. Matt said Jake says he likes peaches. Very well. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, mods. Oh, and thanks everybody who donated. That's super nice of you. I owe a thanks to, again, Haniel Vargas Dizzydale, Steve Hook, Kenneth Colton, Sick of the BS, Tony Del Monte, Crypto King, Callie Voltaire, Kat Wilson. Did I say Jake from State Farm? MSU Kiwi, Tammy Lance, Schaff. Thanks, everybody. Very kind of you. 77 Pool Bob, thanks for watching too. And Casey Banansky from Seattle. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. We will see you with big phone update very, very soon.